Now, I didn't have high hopes for this case when I bought it, but then I did a 180 on this product when I used it. But then I realized there's some pretty significant red flags with this Ridge product. Now I'm testing 50 cases to find the best 5. This is review number 10 out of 50. Because I'm a reviewer, not an influencer, for the iPhone 17s, my scoring system is based on what the iPhone actually feels when it hits the ground on its corner, on its face, as well as on its camera lump. Each case gets dropped 30 times. So when I say it's terrible, it's because I've got the data to back it up. I'll be honest with you, this looks like your typical aramid-fiber cheap case. You know, that stuff from SCF? I will give it to Ridge though, because they did include aramid-fiber on the inside of the case. Now, because of the aramid-fiber, this case only weighs 35 grams. The overall size of this product is so tiny that bulk-wise, it's only going to increase it by 41%. Now, when it comes to handling, this case has a mild finish to it. The more you use it, the greasier it's going to get, which is pretty typical of carbon fiber cases. This case has aluminum flow-through buttons. They've got a slight round to them, which makes this case feel a little different. Case has an actual flow-through button for the camera control. I also want to point out that there's a little lip around each one of the buttons, and so it gives the iPhone a neat feel, a different feel. Port cutout is very large, and in terms of pinky propping it up, it feels pretty good. Now, when it comes to MagSafe accessories, first thing I will note is that you'll get a bit of wear and tear around the MagSafe area. In terms of pulling accessories off, it takes about 9 newtons to do so, and in terms of pushing it off, it takes about 10.4 newtons. That's a paltry 4% below average. It's really not that bad. Now, when it comes to protective features, this is where things get weird. The corners of this case sits around 1.4 mils. This case has really shallow airbags in the corners. So in those airbags, it's actually 1.2 mils. I do like the really shallow but really wide airbag. That makes a lot of sense to me. Now, the back of the case, that's the weird thing. It's 1 millimeter thick. Millimeters, not milliliters, Aaron. Like right in the middle, it's 1 millimeters, but right along the edge here, it's 1.4. You can kind of see that, like right along the camera lip, right along this edge, you can hear my fingernail transition through the different heights. So that means between the iPhone and the back of the inside of this case, there is a slight gap. There's a bit of give. I don't know about you, but this is a premium priced product, and I would want a premium priced product to fit like a glove. The only other product with such a massive air cavity is this Apple Clear case. But what Apple did was they made sure that the MagSafe area made contact with the iPhone, so it doesn't have a tiny bit of give. That was a weird thing to say. Apple did it better with the Clear case? What? Now, don't worry, you Ridge lovers. That air cavity isn't a bad thing. In terms of protection, when it comes to back rigidity, this piece right here, super rigid. But the piece up here, super floppy. This is a red flag to me. When I compress this at 8 millimeters, I get a value of 22.4 newtons. That's 24% below average in terms of rigidity. When I measured that, I didn't think this case was going to do as well as it did in terms of protection. When it came to corner drops, this thing was amazing. iPhone got 7.2 Gs during my corner drop on average. That's 30% better than the average case. I had to do those drop tests twice, which means I've dropped this case at least 40 times. Now, when you drop it on a corner, the case tends to do this. Rotation-wise, this thing rotated 20% less than the average case. In terms of the case settling down during a drop, it was very, very average, that rate. And the total force going into the case was better than the average case by 17%. Remember, this is a super thin case, super light case, and it had amazing protection values. When there's a drop, the case is moving a lot more than the iPhone is, which is why these values are just so good. Like, these values are quite spectacular. Like, come on. Oh, wait. Remember the floppy top? Yeah. Fails the face first drop test. Like, That's the sound of the screen hitting this table. When it comes to the camera lump, this Ridge case has a thick polycarbonate ring around it. So when you do that, did you see that? Did you see that? There was a little bit of bounce. The initial impact is decent, but the settling rates, as well as that total force going into the phone, those are below average. So would I get this product if I wasn't a reviewer? I'm really on the fence because certain aspects of its drop protection are phenomenal. But dropping it this way or this way, like, oh no! I'm paying a premium price for this product. I would expect it to have premium performance, and it doesn't. So who should get this case? I guess at the end of the day, if you love Ridge, this is a half-decent product. Get it, go for it. Spend almost 3 digits on a product that doesn't quite fit properly. All right, this is case number 9. Case number 10 is gonna be the Spigen's tough armor thing. Again, I'm trying to figure out what the best cases are, testing 50 iPhone 17 cases to find the best 5. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and check back to my channel frequently, because the moment I finish a review for a product, I'm just going to upload it. So yeah, thanks for watching.